the channel for grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the channel for grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the channel for grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. Excited to be here today to talk about the human design transit reading for the full moon in Cancer that is happening on Monday, January 13th. So yesterday we talked all about the astrology. We had a crazy broadcast yesterday and a crazy transmission that came through as I was looking at the chart. So don't miss that broadcast. Go check out the replay if you didn't get a chance to watch it live, because some powerful messages about sacred geometry, coming to the heart center, the Merkaba, the chariot of light, the language of light, the gene key that we talked about, the messages that came through in the astrology video were truly amazing, and make sure to check that out. So today we get to add to the picture by talking about the full moon, but through the lens of human design. So before we dive into the broadcast, I'll say hi to everyone that's here. Hello, Bernadine. Hello, Maria. Hello, Anya. Thank you for being here, you guys. If you are here watching live, say hi in the chat. I absolutely love the live interaction. And most of my videos and broadcasts are live. I do a few uploads here and there, about once a month. But yes, live interaction is amazing. Yes, it is on YouTube, Anya. So it's the video that I did yesterday, last night. It should be under videos section in the on the channel. So if you are new to the channel, thank you for being here. Definitely hit the like button on this video. Also hit the notification bell so you get notified of when I go live and upload videos. And also make sure to download my free moon astrology guide, which will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. It enters you into my email list, and I send out a weekly moon magic report that gives you the astrology and the horoscope for the week ahead. People love getting that report in their inbox. Hello, Mishan. Welcome in. Hello, Kashan. Welcome in. So happy to see you guys here. All right. So I want to share a couple of things before we dive into the astrology. And one of them, some of you guys might know, there are some crazy fires going on right now in Los Angeles. My brother lived in Altadena, and his house completely burned to the ground. And I've been sharing today the GoFundMe page that he actually shared with me everywhere I could, for everyone that can possibly donate to help them get back on track, get back on their feet, and figure, what they're going to do with their lives. This is the image of the link. My brother's name is Carlos. The thing that is the hardest for us is my niece, Helea. She is the sweetest little thing in this picture. You can see her. And she's so young, and she had a really hard time. She took it really hard. Obviously, children not going to understand. And I just think about all the other kids and all the families that have been affected by the fires. And it's insane. They had to obviously tell her the other day that she kept asking for her favorite toys, and she's autistic, and so she gets very, very attached to physical things, and it's a lot harder when you are autistic to like understand the separation. And so it's been extra hard for them to deal with this. She was asking for her favorite stuffed animal, and when you're little, like your stuffies, they have lives, So basically now they had to tell her that her stuffy died in the fire, and you can imagine what that is like. So not only have they lost everything, they've literally are dealing with, at the deepest level, like this, they can't, it's hard to fathom what they're experiencing. But if you are able to donate to my brother's GoFundMe page, that would be really amazing for me and for my family. And I already seen some of you guys, I shared it in our community. Some of you guys have already donated, and thank you so much. And no, you don't have to, but I have to share it out. I have to tell the whole world and everyone that can, that I can reach. If there's something that you can do to help, that would be so greatly appreciated. The link is, it's in if you go to my Instagram stories, I can post it here in the chat. And then, cause I didn't get a chance to post it into the let's see, I'm going to see if it goes here on the chat, in the description of the video. For anyone that's here watching live, there it is. I just posted the link in the chat, and then I'll add it to the description of the video. For those of you that are watching the replay, it will already be up there. So much appreciated. This is unprecedented, and it is really difficult because so many families have been affected. So thank you for letting me share that. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to talk about that is actually very exciting is that this weekend on Sunday, we begin our free mini Akashic Moon Goddess training. And I have offered this program, this free training, which is 3 weeks. So it's kind of involved, because I wanted to give people an opportunity to learn what the Moon Goddess training is all about. The Moon Goddess training is my most comprehensive program. I call it the Akashic Priestess Path. It is a 3-part series with the end goal of becoming certified as an Akashic Records reader. It takes a whole year to complete the program. In level 1, we learn all of the fundamentals of how the Akashic Records work and what they are. And we do this as we journey through the mystery schools of ancient Atlantis and the temples along the Nile. It's literally like a mystery school, learning Hermetic alchemy, sacred geometry, laws of the universe, the dimensions. Each of the temples has its own theme. It is connected to one of our chakras, and so we move up the chakras as we move up the Nile. And we're actually going to do the Nile River Initiation Akashic Journey this Sunday together. And the whole free program that I'm doing is geared to let you literally have a taste of what being in the Moon Goddess training is about. So get ready to share, get ready to have an Akashic Journey experience, deep experiences, and get ready to meditate. We're going to meditate together as well. And you're going to learn from each level one important topic. And for level 1, we're going to learn about the activation sequence and one specific sphere in the gene keys, which is, I believe, the evolution sphere and how to understand that sphere in your gene keys profile. And so next week we'll do level 2, the dive into level 2. And then the week after that, we'll do the dive into level 3. I highly recommend you go to my website and you look at this page, which has all of the information, because it goes into detail, all of the topics that we're going to be covering, the dates of the program, and for all 3 levels. Also, there is, for all the 3 levels, there's early bird discounts. For level 1, the early bird discount ends January 31st. And I also have a special that includes all 3 levels for the price of just 2 of them, which is 2,222. So you buy level 1 and you buy level 2, and you basically get level 3 for free. And level 3 is the certification. So check this out. We're going to begin the official program on February 27th on the new moon in Pisces. We always begin on a new moon. And this specific new moon is very special because it is a moon that is activating the nodes that are actually changing into North Node Pisces and South Node Virgo just before this full moon in Cancer that we are going to be experiencing on Monday and that we're going to be talking about today when we dive into the human design of it. So, again, thank you guys all for being here. A few more people came in, so let me say hi. Hello, Lola, welcome in. Hello, Lish, welcome in. Christy, good to see you here. Bernadine is here as well. Tegan, I always feel like I'm not saying that name right. Anya, and I think I saw Rachel. Yes. Hello and welcome. All right. Let us now take a look at the human design chart for this full moon. So the full moon is happening on Monday in the afternoon, and it is obviously going to be very powerful. Full moons magnify the energy. We talked about the astrology yesterday, so check that video for that information. But here we're going to look at where is this happening in the human design chart. And what I always recommend is that you have your human design chart with you so that you can compare and see if any channels are going to be completed during this full moon. And if you know if there's channels that are going to be completed, then you'll understand a little bit more clearly how this transit, a full moon, will affect you personally in your own human design chart. So the first thing that drew my attention to this chart is this, the channel 3536, which is the channel of transitoriness. And it is a channel that comes out of the solar plexus, which is the center of emotions. And it goes directly into the throat center, which is the center of expression. So basically, this channel of transitoriness is also, by design, one of the most emotionally crazy and volatile frequencies in the whole chart. And if you think about it, it's like this emotional energy that just comes straight out of the throat. Emotions that flow straight out of your voice, your tone, your expression. And so you best believe that this full moon is going to bring up a lot of emotion, and it will come through. It will come through you. It will come through the people that are around you. Be aware of that. Do your best to work through whatever triggers show up, because when people's emotions come straight out of their throat, it can be triggering, especially if the emotional energy that comes through is like they're not very conscious of the fact that this is happening. So the channel of transitoriness is the following. The quick reference theme is a life rich in experience, though poor in meeting the expectations of your own mind or of others. Your deepest talent is for adventure. Your goal is the wisdom that nothing lasts. So basically, that's one of the deeper lessons that this moon is bringing to us. The deeper wisdom that nothing lasts. Great. I mean, are we not learning that already? Lord have mercy. These people are driven to constantly seek out new experiences in life, meaning we are going to feel this desire to seek out new experiences, which means that we are really truly looking to gather wisdom through experience. This is also sensing circuit, and the sensing circuit has to do with going through the experience and submerging ourselves fully in the experience, and then letting go of the need to know why. Because with the sensing circuit channel, you are not going to know why until the experience is over and has like fully completed, and you can look back and it's in the past. And once it's in the past, you can look back and go, wow, that was what I learned from it. That was the reason for it. I mean, this is just crazy though, because I didn't even look at this chart. It's been like that this week. I'm just like, oh, it's time to go live. Pull up the chart. And I'm looking at it right now for the first time. So, but it's insane how much this resonates intensely in my life, in the life of a lot of people right now. The world is crazy. I know that's not news to anybody, especially right now. But we're seeking experiences. The experiences that we have are all part of a wider plan that eventually can give us greater depth. However, our personal lives can often seem to pay the price if we don't understand how this energy operates, meaning if we try to attach expectations to experiences, if we hope for them to be this way or that way, if we're like trying to force the understanding or the meaning of the experience, or trying to force it to go this way or that way or change it, all of those things are going to they're going to hinder the natural flow that this channel is offering to us. Remember that everything in the human design chart has a purpose. You can't have the chart and be like, we don't like this energy, so we're gonna get rid of it. You can't. It exists. And that's what human design is really cool at telling us, is that all of these energies exist. Some people have this energy and they express this energy and they are like this and they have this type of aura. Some people have this type of aura and they have these energies and they're expressing these energies. And it's like, it's all part of this bigger puzzle. And it's all, again, the bigger picture of it all is that we are, God, we're pieces of the whole. So we are God, seeing the world through our perspective, experiencing the world through our perspective, because we chose that, because God chose to do that. And so the more so what human design is beautiful at teaching us is the more that you can embody your unique design, the better, because then you're going to be in your strategy and your authority. You're going to be in your signature. You're going to feel like the satisfaction or the success or the peace or the surprise, in your life, and be fully in alignment. And that's the whole point, that we can use these systems to help guide us in that way to step more into alignment. So you can't get rid of anything, and you can't hate that some people have certain energies because you don't like that energy. It really takes a bigger perspective and an opening of your eyes and your mind to truly understand what this means. Because a lot of us are like, well, if there was less evil people in the world, or if people didn't do things like this, or, if this wasn't here, then the world would be a better place. And it's like, the world is what it is. We're mirrors. our environment is a mirror of what's going on inside of us. That happens collectively, in groups, and it happens individually. And it's like everything in the world forms a piece of the puzzle. You're going to have a little bit of this, you're going to have a little bit of that, and then some of the things you're going to like and some of the things you're not going to like. It's not up to you to like change the world. You know what I mean? You have to let the world be the world. And that's the hardest lesson. I mean, I feel like that's what a lot of the spiritual teachers, and I'm talking about like enlightened spiritual teachers, have tried to teach us, or like channel to us about the universe and the cosmos. And we can get lost in the details for sure, which is really, really funny, because the gate that this full moon is in is actually called the gate of details. So there's more there, right? Okay. We are also needing, this full moon is also asking us to wait to be emotionally clear before taking any kind of action. You have to wait, because you will not know the clarity in the moment. There is no clarity in the moment with this full moon, especially because these two gates are connected by, let's actually take a look at who are the planets: Jupiter and Neptune. And Jupiter is the planet that magnifies everything. I have my sun at the 35th gate, and so Jupiter is conjunct my sun gate right now. So it's a big deal. And then Neptune is the planet of intuition, psychic abilities, and he is going to be with the North Node, which is the new destiny path for us. And it's going to happen quite close to this space. But Neptune and Jupiter are the two planets that are connecting these two gates and defining this energy, this emotional energy that has nothing is stopping the emotion from coming through. All the channels, this is why these channels are called manifested channels, because when channels go directly to the throat, not all of them, but when they go to the throat, there's no resistance to the expression. The throat, all these channels are going to the throat. They all want to reach the throat. Like the throat is the final destination of all the channels and all the circuits in human design. So they're all reaching they're all trying to get to the throat. Why? Because the throat in human design is the center for expression and manifestation. So everything's trying to manifest outwards into the world, into the physical environment. So all the channels that connect directly to the throat, they don't have any resistance to express the energy that's coming at the throat. And the energy that comes at the throat in this specific case is from the solar plexus, from the 36th gate, which is the gate of crisis. It's called the gate of crisis, the darkening of the light, which is funny because when we were talking about the 60-second gene key last night in the astrology video, the describing phrase for the 60-second gene key was the language of light. So this one is the darkening of the light. People who are here to grow through profound emotional experience. Like, hello, welcome to what's happening right now in the world. This is the gate of emotional turbulence, which usually occurs once the desires of the 30 are expressed. These people are here to handle emotional experiences and to find clarity by going through all kinds of emotional challenges. Both the highs and lows are here to be moved through cycles during which inexperience is transformed into experience. They learn through constant change, which can prove to be both very exciting or deeply overwhelming and destabilizing. These are people with an untapped depth of feelings that are always waiting for someone to trigger them. Holy moly. And so the 35 helps us meet our new experiences. Jupiter's helping us meet these new experiences. So here's another interesting thing. If we now go directly to where this moon is happening, which is the 62nd gate, we can see that this gate is a gate also in the throat. So it has to do with a frequency of expressing and manifesting. The 62nd gate is called the gate of details, the preponderance of the small. This is people with an eye for detail and who always need to know the facts. This moon wants to focus on the details and wants to know the facts. This is the gate that assembles, organizes, and labels the details of things in life in order that formula can be clearly expressed. This is an energy that has an eye for picking out very precise and sometimes obscure details in complex situations. The gift of this energy is to explain the intangible, making it accessible through clear, factual expression. This is also called the gate of naming. And when it doesn't have the 17, these people can have all the details of a situation, but no ability to put them into a structural context, which means that we need to surrender to that, most of us. Anyone here that is watching this video, or even if you're watching the replay, you can put it in the comments. Do you have the 17? Because if you have the 17, the channel completes itself. Does anyone have the entire channel? The channel of acceptance, the 1762, which connects the ajna to the throat. That's also important to know. If you don't have any of these gates, like me, I don't have the 17, and so this channel is not going to be completed for me, which means that those people that don't have the 17 are experiencing this full moon energy as if we feel like we have all the details of a situation, but we don't have the ability to put them in a structural context. So you just have to kind of surrender to that and be okay with that. Anya says she has the 17. Lish says that as well. And so this energy is being activated for you guys fully. The 17th gate is the gate of opinion. And this is people who form opinions by projecting their minds into the future in order to be of service. These people have logical minds. They need to organize the solution to their doubts into a workable concept ready to be expressed to others. They have to shape a new opinion out of a mental pattern. The 17 takes the answer to the doubt from the 63, which is in the head center, and forms an opinion from it. However, opinions at this stage of the conceptual process are merely theoretical and require the presence of the 62 to provide the detail and the hard facts in order to back them up. These kinds of people have an eye for seeing and understanding structures and frameworks, but no instant ability to share what they have understood if you only have the 17. The way the eye sees something is often very difficult to translate without an image. These are visually oriented people, and this is also called the gate of time distortion. People often have an unusual sense of timing. Hello, Raessa. So if you happen to be somebody, 22 in the chat, that has this channel completed by the moon, the channel is called the channel of acceptance, and it's a design of an organizational being. Let me just highlight this little thing right here. So it's personality Earth, personality Moon on the 62nd gate. So a design of an organizational being. You have a rare mental ability of seeing the bigger picture without getting bogged down in the details. So those of us who don't have the 17, we're getting bogged down in the details, and then we're getting all emotional about it because of the channel of transitoriness. It's going to be mayhem. No, I'm just kidding. However, if you do not take the time to look into all the relevant facts and details, your long-term visions will inevitably falter. These people need all the facts at their fingertips before they speak. Their opinions have to be backed up by detail. If they wait to be invited to speak, because this is a projected channel, they can fascinate others with their detail and knowledge. If not, they can equally bore people with all kinds of unnecessary detail. So this is an energy that is naturally organizing, able to develop and improve logical patterns for the future. And this energy of being a logical think tank with managerial skills, though only at a mental level. It's being able to see things clearly, see the bigger picture, but also be able to understand it through the level of the energy of the details. So it's interesting to me because this energy obviously is in the sign of Cancer. The moon is in Cancer, which is an emotional frequency. So when I connect these two energies together, to me, the 62nd gate, which is the actual gate that the full moon is happening at, is a gate in the throat. And the moon being the emotional energy that it is, it's like feeling the details, if you know what I mean. It's like it's a feeling too. It's expressing feeling in a way. Yeah, think tank. So very interesting, very interesting. If we take a look at some of the other things that are going on here, for example, who's on the 23rd, which is the gate of assimilation, it is Uranus. Uranus is also here in the throat center. So is Mars, the gate of stimulation, the wanderer. We should actually look at that. Let's look at the 56th gate, because it's important that we also know that this specific full moon is in a astrological conjunction to Mars. And again, if you did not get a chance to watch the video of the astrology yesterday, make sure you check that out. I talked about this conjunction. I talked about the significance of Mars being connected here with this moon. So I want to look into this 56th gate, the gate of stimulation. So this is the energy that Mars is also lending to the full moon. I just have to pull it up. Here it is. Okay. So we're still looking at the throat. There's a lot of stuff in the throat, which means there's a lot of expressing going on. The gate of stimulation, the wanderer. This is where Mars is. People who use their own past experiences in order to illustrate their concepts and stimulate others. This is the gate of the storyteller. These people spin a yarn out of the ideas gathered in the 11. They are really only interested in getting an emotional reaction from their listeners. They're not interested in proof, fact, or detail like the 62. Interesting. They love to use their own experience in order to make a point. They are hungry for new ideas to express, which come from the 11. Thus, without the 11, they have a gift for using other people's ideas in order to get attention, but they have to wait to be invited. Otherwise, their timing is never correct. So we are including these, like the energy of our experiences and thinking about our experiences and bringing them and trying to understand the details of life that are going on right now through the experiences. So that is significant as well. Also, let's actually take a look. I just thought about this. Let's look at the line that this full moon is happening at. So the lines in human design are basically the same as in the gene keys, the same as in the I Ching. The gene keys and human design both come from the I Ching, partly from the I Ching. And the lines represent different aspects of like the individual or life expressing itself in these 6 different ways. And there's certain descriptive words that help us to understand like the meaning behind these lines. So let's just talk about the 4th line, because this is where this full moon is happening at. So the line frequency is telling us that this is a social energy. This has to do with community. The actual word for the human design for the fourth line is the opportunist. In the gene keys, it's, I think, community or love. Either way, it has to do with connection to others or desire to connect to others. And it has to do with, in essence, looking for the right opportunity to connect, the right opportunity to be in networking with other people. And if we follow the right flow, then that energy will naturally come, or that energy will naturally be attracted or magnetized to us, and the right connections and the right people will come. And it's like the energy is we're looking for opportunities to do that. So it also means that, like, when the opportunity presents itself, you have to take it, and you'll feel it too, because this is also an energy of like desiring to connect more intimately with people. So the first line, the second line, and the third line are more individual. And then the fourth line, the fifth line, and the sixth line are more in like interrelational. The first line is really about the self. The second line is about the flow. It's about the passion. It's about the natural, sharing natural gifts. The third line is about experiencing experiences and like diving deep into the experience and learning from the experience, gaining wisdom from the experience, just being fully engulfed in the energy, learning by trial and error. It's a little bit more of an active energy. And then the fourth line is about connecting to others. The fifth line is leadership, and it also has to do with people looking up to you, but also projecting onto you. And that always can end up bad because people have expectations of you that they shouldn't. But that's the nature of the fifth line. And then the sixth line is really like the teacher frequency, or like the higher perspective. It's the role model. So it's like the most mature of all the energies, because it's gone through all of the experiences. It's gone through the self, the understanding its flow, the experiences, the connections with others, stepping into their power, and then finally seeing from a higher perspective. So this frequency, let's just simplify it by saying it is about connecting to others. It is about community, and it is about networking with others. So this, I feel, is really good. It's a really beautiful thing that is, it's adding to this energy of emotional expression, which if we go back to the chart, so the energy of the emotional expression that we were talking about through the channel of transitoriness, it's, the energy of like focusing on the details of our experiences, trying to understand things. The 60-second gate, Mars right there, trying to stimulate by connecting deeply with our own experiences and what we've learned through our own experiences. And it's all about connecting to others. So I feel like that's the beautiful thing about this energy, is that it is calling us to be at that level. You're welcome, Mary. Yes. So she just said that she really appreciates the explanation of all the lines. I naturally love explaining how things work, and because I love teaching like that. Like I love spreading knowledge, I guess. So that is it, you guys. I guess we can keep going and see who's on the 25, the gate of the spirit of the self, the North Node. Okay, so that is actually really cool, because this is an energy that's like the spirit is activated. The spirit wants to like spark. It's that Aries energy, and it's calling us to trust that the spirit of the self knows. The spirit knows what it, like there's no thinking. It's just existing. It's just doing. It's just being. And I think that's really beautiful. North Node on the 25. And then I believe on the 46, the gate of determination of the self. Dude, the nodes are going to be on the gate of the spirit of the self and the gate of the determination of the self. That is really cool. By the way, I'm doing a special workshop for the nodal axis shift that's happening tomorrow. The workshop is not tomorrow, but the nodal shift is tomorrow, right before we see the full moon in Cancer. And this workshop is happening only in the Starseed membership. All of these special workshops are included in the membership. So if you want to join us, you do get a week free. And then it's $22 after that. So it's totally affordable. And it's an amazing and beautiful community. And we get together quite often on Zoom. We share our experiences. It's like a support group, 100%. You're not just learning about all the astrology every month. You are being a part of a beautiful community that has supported each other. This like years. It's been years, you guys. And the community is growing and it's so beautiful. But that's something I wanted to share with you if you want to learn more about the nodes. On the 37, the gate of friendship, Venus. Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that. That's a good energy. That's a really good energy for Venus to be in, especially with this being a fourth line moon. On the 60, of course, we have our fun, handy dandy Pluto. And this is the gate of limitation, the gate of acceptance. But it's also the acceptance of limitation is the first step in transcendence. So epic. And of course, we have the 58, the gate of vitality, Mercury. And this being, this energy having a lot of gates in the throat is also interesting that Mercury is on the gate of vitality, because the Mercury is the planet of communication and expression, at least in the verbal sense, in the words space, in the mind space. So this is cool. This is really cool. Stimulation is the key to joy. Up here on the 61, the gate of mystery, of course, we have the sun, inner truth, the awareness of universal underlying principles. And this is the duality of the moon and the sun, because this is a full moon. And when it's a full moon, they're opposing each other. So these are what they call programming partners in the gene keys. They're polarities. Gate of mystery. And then the 63rd, the gate of doubt, Saturn. After completion, in the spiral of life, all endings are beginnings. The gate of doubt. Looking to understand, but really needing to just let go and be in the doubt, because the doubt is where the magic is at. And that's everything that's happening on this moon. There's nothing in the spleen, absolutely nothing in the ego center, absolutely nothing in the sacral center. I mean, we can go on and on. There's absolutely nothing in the ajna. Did you know that in your human design chart, the centers that have nothing in them are the ones where you've like mastered those lessons? You're not here to work on those in this lifetime. So if we were to add that logic to a transit chart, which I don't know that we normally do this, but I'm doing it now because I feel like it. That means that the major work for us happening right now is mostly in the look at the two defined centers, right? Emotions, solar plexus, and throat expression. So the expression of the emotions coming straight out the throat, straight manifesting. And that's the most work that we're doing right now. It's emotional and it's about expression. And then you would go, okay, what other centers have hanging gates? There's 3 other centers that have 2 hanging gates each. Most of the energy is actually in the throat. But then you have the head center, which is trying to make sense of things. So that's the other theme. We're trying to make sense of things. The G center, identity, we're trying to know who we are, know ourselves, find the direction, because these are the nodes. The nodes are in the G center. North node, south node. We're trying to find our direction, our new direction in life, which is all about understanding who we are and our identity and our sense of self. And then the root. We're trying to deal with the pressures of life. What we're not supposed to be focusing on is our thoughts, right? Ajna. Our spleen, which is the center of intuition, instincts, knowing very quickly what's safe and what's not safe for us. We're not doing that work. No sacral center, which means you're not here to like do, because the sacral center gives the power to like move and do things. The sacral center is the life force energy, and people that have a defined sacral are here to do and to do what they love. We're not here to do, right? And then we're not here to prove anything. There's nothing in the ego. There's nothing to prove. We're really here to just like feel the emotions deeply and just be in the fucking experience with no expectation, just freaking feeling it and expressing it and not stopping yourself from expressing the emotions right now. So kind of crazy, right? It's kind of a cool chart. I mean, it's a really cool chart. And it was really cool when we were looking at the astrology yesterday too. But wow. This would technically, if it was a person, it's not a person, but I'm just going to go there. This would be a manifester. This would be a crazy chart. Anyways. That's it. That's all I wanted to share with you guys. This stuff fascinates me. Hello, Nelly. Welcome in the cosmic smoosh. Yes. So I hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Thank you for being here. Please check out all the links below. Come join us. We start on Sunday for the free mini moon goddess training. It's going to be really freaking cool. There's like over, I'm going to tell you right now how many people are actually there in the group right now who are joining us. Hopefully everybody can join us live, because the more, the freaking merrier. So, let's see. And if you've already done the moon goddess training before, it doesn't matter. Like, come hang out, you know? Come check it out. Let's see. I just wanted to check, I guess, basics. I just wanted to see if it tells me how many people are in this spice. I guess I can just count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and there's 37 people right now, you guys, that are doing this mini moon goddess training. So I'm really, really excited about that. And Lish just joined today. All right. Thank you again. I hope you guys enjoy this full moon. We're going to be here on Monday. I'm going to be here on Monday, and I'm going to sing original songs. We're going to do an Akashic reading for the full moon and just like kind of be in the energy of it. That's what I do in those broadcasts. So I talk about the astrology and the human design beforehand, so we get all the mind stuff out of the way. And then when I do the actual ceremony and ritual, we just embody the energy. We're just in the space. And we channel, you know. So come hang out on Sunday. If you're in our astrology school tomorrow, we are going to be learning about progressions. So make sure to come to our lecture. I'm also teaching astrology in the middle of all of this. And I'm really excited about everything. We also have our group support Zoom session tomorrow in the Starseed membership. So please come to that if you're available. And Satnam, thank you. And I hope to see you guys all very, very soon. Peace.